We want to begin by acknowledging the first people of this land since time immemorial. By doing so, we can better understand the history, present, and future existence of the land and people of this area. As we engage on this work, we ask that you reflect on your own place in time and space. Since the beginning of time, or since time immemorial, the indigenous people have called this area home. They called themselves Snoqualmie, a Lectusi name meaning the Transformers people. They called themselves Snoqualmie, a Lectusi name meaning the Transformers people. They lived along the banks of the rivers that ran free. Where the salmon spawned. They lived under the shadows of the mountains. In the canopy of the trees. And the shores of the lakes that dotted the land. Over time, people began to immigrate and settle on the land the Snoqualmie called home. These immigrants were drawn by the natural resources, such as coal, timber, and fertile farmland. The settlers forever changed the way of life and the land for the indigenous people, but still they prevailed. As more people immigrated to this land, townships were established. Some grew so much as to be called a city. Although many things have changed since the beginning of time, the Snoqualmie people's relationship with this land remains foundational. They still live along the river where the salmon spawn, under the shadows of the mountains, in the canopy of the trees, and the lakes that dot the land. We acknowledge that we are on the indigenous land of Coast Salish people who have reserved treaty rights to this land, specifically the Snoqualmie tribe. We thank these caretakers of this land who have lived and continue to live here since time immemorial.